Hey everybody, it's Richard here, and just a quick update on Microsoft CoPilot Wave 2, now rolling out in general availability to everybody this week. This is the week of Microsoft Build, that conference for 2025, where they introduce a lot of new code. And I'm going to show some of this on my screen right now. One of the new places that we're starting to see Copilot show up for those of us who work in the enterprise space is on the dashboard of where we go in to create users in Microsoft 365. So these are where we create users, create groups, buy products, licensing. And there's a Copilot button that now shows up here. And it's going to provide interesting information for people starting out doing administration in Microsoft 365. So, we like to do things live. I'm going to try to ask it something. Users, passwords. We'll see where it says and see what it comes up with. And that's appearing in a variety of locations in Office 365. So here it is. It's telling us where to go to active users, takes us there, find the user, probably reset their password. Let's see if it goes any further. Wow, it doesn't go any further than that. I guess it's just taking me to this page, and they're assuming you're going to know to click to reset their password there. That's interesting. So not quite fully baked yet, but the button is here and certain stuff is starting to show up. So the second place we're starting to see things appear, I'm just going to kind of move my head there, is in a Microsoft Office 365 subscription that does not have Microsoft 365 Copilot attached to it. So this is the basic license. I think this license here is Business Premium. And you're now seeing a very entry-level version of Copilot show up here. This is logging into just office.com with, again, without the big license, just with Business Premium, very common license for most of our clients to have. And you're starting to see here where this chat window is showing up and you can begin to ask questions. They give you a lot of sample prompts here in case there are people who don't fully understand it. And you're starting to see where there's some exploration of agents that you can add. So there's some basic stuff that's starting to show up here. Also in Edge, if you had a basic subscription, you would get some basic chat, which would GPT-4o-esque type of answers that you would get. So similar to a very entry-level Chat GPT subscription. So now let me show you an account that has the Grande subscription, the big one. I'm going to move myself over here real quick. That's here. This hasn't changed that much at the moment, but you still get the two tabs. This is where you get to look at your own context. Now, again, this is the big $30. Now it's up to, I think, $31.50 if it's an annual subscription paid monthly. So this is the big license. You get to look inwards on this tab, look at context within the tenant. So the typical stuff that I've shown before, help me prepare for this meeting that's coming up, help me stay organized, blah, 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 that kind of thing. Then you get typical Chat GPT 4-esque type searching without any limits, super fast. You also get to create images and so on. So really cool stuff that's here. So that's generally available this week. You're also going to get where if you do a search on the web, like what are the latest updates on the changes proposed for PCH after the fires? I don't know if it's what it's going to come up with. So here's some information about the long-term vision of them redesigning somewhat Pacific Coast Highway. And now I can say, push this into a page. And a page is a loop type page. And again, loop is kind of a Notion-esque type interface that comes with Office 365. Once I push it into a page, over here, I can now share this because it has my head here. I can share this with other people and I can collaborate with other people in the company on this topic. So I can share this with, let's see, let me share. Rob's my person I always like to go. So anyway, it gave me the clipboard, but I can go into an area where the pages are kept and I should be able to see this as something that's saved. So that's going to do a search, coming up with an answer, and then taking that answer and putting it into a page that you can use for study later or share with other people in the organization. That also general availability this week. The other thing that you're going to see is in the new Outlook, rather controversial, the new Outlook, but more and more CoPilot features coming this week to new Outlook. And what you'll see is you'll be able to hit the button over here and you get a chat experience with some presets that you can say, okay, I know that I'm in Outlook. So I'm going to say, hey, let me try to find time to meet with this person. Let's say, again, Rob. And so it's going to now go and do a hash on both of our schedules and find out when we're free. It's going to propose a meeting and I can send it right here as a Teams meeting. It's amazing that it can do this. It can do a variety of things to summarize a particular meeting that might have been in Teams that I missed, all those kinds of things. So that's coming like right now into the new Outlook. You go to office.com, click the little waffly menu, pick Outlook, and you're going to see these things. I haven't seen it in the older Outlooks. I don't know if they're going to add it at all. So I think you'd have to get these features, you're going to have to use the web-ish new Outlook. So there's a variety of prompts that are down here. Schedule a meeting, catch up on something, take action on a particular thing. So like moving emails from a particular person into a folder, that kind of stuff. Help me set my out of office for a trip, which I'm actually leaving on a trip. So I assume it will bring up 5232025 to 5/28. I don't know if it'll do that. Again, when I'm doing it live, I've never done this before. So, wow. So it picked up my previous out of office that I use. This is a canned message I have in there. It's put in the dates and it's going to allow me to save it. Whoa. Okay. That's pretty dope. All right. So there's some really good stuff that's coming there. Again, this is all in the past few days. So this is why you're seeing me kind of freak out. So another couple of things that I'll show super quick is things that had kind of been in the new Outlook but didn't work that well. And that's when you went into an email, the summarization of the email was not that great. Now it's for real. It's fast. You can see how quick that showed up. It's quite accurate. It allows you to ask it questions. The other thing that it can do, and this is an email transaction about us updating our line of credit somewhere. That was the summary. Hold on one sec. Let me go back here. do a reply. They purchased Cloud Harmonics, and that is the account being referenced. Again, I have no idea. Thanks for, wow, that was really fast. Oh my goodness. So it's wrote my answer back to them. That's, wow, that's pretty crazy. So anyway, previously that was kind of and now it's really on and super fast. Really crazy. So I can adjust the tone, of course. I can keep it the way it is, that kind of thing, which we have shown before. Another thing that's also going on super fast, I'm going to show over here. Let me try to move this over a little bit, is OneDrive. So in OneDrive, you're now going to see, in whether you're coming into it from Teams or through Outlook on the web or through the web interface, it's showing you the recent documents that you've worked on, and there's now a little CoPilot button next to each of these documents. And so I'm going to go and look at a PowerPoint that I did, and in this particular menu, what you can do, if I can get focused on it real quick, is go to the CoPilot menu, and you can have it create a summary of that document or a FAQ. And this is a cybersecurity presentation that I do for my clients once a year. And it's going to produce a FAQ about this particular document. What are the main topics covered? Attack types, modern cybersecurity methods, employee cybersecurity training. What does the zero trust model mean? So this is like, now imagine you received a PDF that you uploaded in OneDrive, and you want the FAQs about that PDF, which could be a contract, could be a large document. You can interact with this, you can ask questions. This is pretty cool. Again, you're starting to see ChatGPT have a connector that will go into SharePoint and into OneDrive, but that connector has to be approved by your administrator. And I'm not really certain if that connector is digesting this material as well as the organic CoPilot that we're seeing in this wave 2. So I'll do one other thing really quick. Let's see if it'll do a summary, and then we'll call it. Let's see, summarize. So again, while it's doing this, we're seeing a CoPilot button in the administrator tool. So people who are admins for Office and Microsoft 365 are seeing a little help button appear. You're going to see in Microsoft Office licenses very basic CoPilot functions, even if you don't have the full subscription. And with the full subscription, like we're seeing here, you're getting the ability to have CoPilot interact with documents in SharePoint and OneDrive. You're getting a rich interaction within Outlook for the web, where you can have it take actions like setting your out of office, hashing multiple different schedules. Imagine you doing that with 3 or 4 people. It goes and looks and figures out when everyone's available, puts together a Teams invite and sends it. Amazing. So there's and then the usual summary of Outlook and so on. So that's kind of the latest on the Wave 2. We've talked about it previously, but this week it's rolling out. It's live. If you have a subscription, you're going to start to see these features right now. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.